We are ending the warm-ups here. About to be getting started. Into the first round here. Team Split versus Space Racing. FullSpeed League Series. This is round 2 of Season 4. We see TechWolf getting out to the lead here on the start. TechWolf, we learned, broke his controller and is playing with a backup controller at the moment. Handled it pretty well during the first round. It looked like somebody went off a little too far to the side on the right, hit the road border there. Alzheimer. Oh, TechWolf taking a little crash right there. Trix is all the way near the start, I guess. Alzheimer holding it down, followed by NX in the 1-2 right now. Did everybody else crash besides Trix? NX DNF'd. Alzheimer, the only person driving at the moment, making it to the finish line with a 101.433. Good round. Did people know we were live? They know we're live? Guys, we're live? Alright. Well, 1 point for Split. 1-0. We'll take it. As we get into the second round here. This is a pretty precise start on the map. A few death zones, a lot of little speed checks, places to clip, thin wall ride sections, easy to fall off. Not always having triangles. But right now we see NX and TechWolf. And Pricey. We are featuring Pricey coming in. He just got home, able to make it to this match today. And Pricey, we trust. NX cruising through, jumping over the road border this time. We have seen him hit it a couple times, but not this time. Catching some action. Tricks following in second place, just passing. I don't know. We passed. Excuse me. We're seeing Gil and Karap for Space Racing, still driving. NX getting to the front. Tricks missing the finish. Galaga getting second place. And I think that's everyone that's going to be finishing. NX scoring first place, getting another point for Team Split. (2-0) for Split as we go into the third round here. Looks like somebody kind of clipped the start there. It might have been Alzheimer. But NX and Pricey getting out to the start here. Trix trying to say something about it though. Might have clipped a little bit, losing some speed. Gil having some good slides there. Catching up a little bit to Pricey. As we're getting some join lag. Hope that didn't affect anybody. NX still in first place. Galaga right behind. Oh, NX crashing on the wall. I think that's a pretty popular wall for NX to have crashed on. Gil clipping as well, going to have to DNF. Pricey taking the lead. Alzheimer Gaming still driving. Tricks in second place now. We got 3 players for Team Split, hoping to make it past the finish line into the final wall ride sections, upside down tube, and to the jump. We have Tricks even, and Alzheimer making mistakes, but we'll see Pricey, or sorry, TechWolf made the mistake there. Pricey and Alzheimer getting through the finish line, scoring a third point for Team Split. Right now it's 3-0, off to a very good start. And I was talking with the FullSpeed guys a little earlier, and Space Racing was actually the team we were more worried about in terms of trying to beat and them being on pace and stuff like that. So at the moment, pulling up 3-0, looking pretty good. Alzheimer and Pricey, or not Pricey, sorry, Alzheimer, TechWolf, and NX at the start of the pack here. Space Racing falling a little bit behind, but we do have crap. Round skipped. Spec got stuck. Not sure what happened. They are restarting the round. That one's not going to count, but we are going to go back into it for the now official 4th round. and seeing Space Racing get off to a kind of an early lead here. One of them falling all the way off, not quite getting a speed slide initiated. Pricey and NX for Team Split going to be leading the pack with Linsvin coming in for Space Racing. NX in the lead now, making it through the road border, past the section that was messed up on the last round. Last round was a practice anyway, so now he knows how to clear it. Absolutely pulling out way ahead with Pricey. Tech Wolf also passing Space Racing here. 1, 2, 3 for Team Split. We do have 2 for Space Racing still in contention, but it is going to be 1, 2, 3 for Team Split. 101, 377 for Pricey. And once again, this is Atomize by Mayonasis. 59.999 is the author time, which is actually really fast. So, into the next round here. Seems like we've had some Space Racing mistakes already at the beginning. We're just seeing pack of Split 1, 2, 3, 4. Tricks in 5th place at the moment. Maybe trying to catch some speed, making a little bit of an inch on NX. We are seeing Tech Wolf slightly lose some speed and fall behind here. Tricks clipping, and that is almost it for Space Racing. Unless Galaga can somehow win and beat all of the Split members. But as long as these guys are, if you're looking down and you're looking at the splits at the bottom of the screen and you're seeing that there's not a whole lot of Space Racing players, just drive safe, make it to the finish line, and just secure a point easy. Alzheimer and NX getting right to the finish line now. Looks like Alzheimer made a slight mistake there, sliding out. And 3 of the Split members ended up crashing out towards the end. NX making it to the finish line, scoring the point for Team Split. That will be 5-0. Into the next round. Once again, 5-0 Split leading Space Racing on Atomize. Gil getting out to the lead. Hopefully. Oh, clipping. Oh, no, not clipping the edge. But Trix and Gil up there for Space Racing. NX trying to push the lead here into the next wall ride. Keeping a good amount of speed. We are seeing... Ooh, that was NX. That clipped right there. Doing almost a front flip. Going to have to DNF. Not going to be able to keep that run alive. Respawns again. Not being allowed. Alzheimer and Pricey for Split. Pushing up against a couple of Space Racing players. Space Racing is hungry for their first point, it seems like. Trix and Gil pushing ahead of Alzheimer right now, but will they be enough to get ahead of Pricey? It's not looking like it at the moment, unless we see some mistakes into the finish line. Trix making it through, but Gil crashing on the last transition there. Not going to hit the finish line. And there are the 3 finishers, it looks like. Pricey, Alzheimer going to be scoring enough points to secure 6th win for Team Split. That is going to be map point. 1 more. For Team Split, and we will be taking the map into hopefully the final round. Maybe we'll see a 7-0 from Team Split. Would be a huge confidence boost coming from a loss on the last round. On the last match, I'm sorry, about an hour ago. We're seeing Pricey and Alzheimer people joining, and hopefully there's no join lag affecting the drivers right now, because that's very unfortunate when that does happen. Crap, looks like crashing right there. Tech Wolf, Alzheimer, and Pricey leading the pack for Team Split. Gil trying to say something about it though, but just 1 player is not going to be enough to shut down the entire point from Team Split. Going in the final section here. Pricey making a slight mistake. Gil running away with the lead. Alzheimer just needs to make it. As long as Pricey and Tech Wolf can still hit the finish line, that should be a point secured. Clipping Alzheimer Gaming on the last transition. Tech Wolf not making the jump. Gil and Pricey, the only 2 to make it to the finish line. Gil scoring the 1 point for Space Racing. No shutout today. Pricey almost making it. He was leading against Gill until that slight mistake. 1 point to 6 points. Space Racing versus Team Split Full Speed on their debut weekend. This is the first time that Split is competing together, with Pricey being here as well for this match. Alzheimer, Pricey, Tech Wolf all showing up for the lead right now. Looks like somebody from Space Racing crashed. I'm not sure quite who it was, but Gill still pushing the lead. Hopefully we do see 2 players ahead of Gill, though, towards the front. Pricey and NX, as long as they can just keep it safe, make these final transitions, make the jump into the finish line. Gill with enough speed to pass NX. Will they make the transition just fine? Everybody making it. Pricey getting first place. NX there as well. That should be GG for Team Split. Not enough points on Space Racing side to score the round. And that's going to be GG on the first map. Team Split taking the victory. 1-0 right now. That will be the conclusion of Atomize for Mayonasis. We will be transitioning into High Voltage for the next map. Pricey driving so fast because he's holding in the bladder there, it appears. Trying to drive fast enough to get to the bathroom. The faster you get to the finish line, the faster you can go to the bathroom. But we will be getting into the second map here. Once again, Split taking the first map 1-0. Best of 3. We are on the second map, High Voltage by Switch. Author time on this map is a 1:01.976. I believe this is the longest of the maps in terms of author times. So more the more endurance of a track here. A whole minute, that's a long time to concentrate on precise movements and stuff. This is a long competition map. But it is, I feel like 1 minute starting to push pretty standard time for competition maps. But it is a lot of time to be focusing. Looks like Space Racing is waiting for a player to tag in and out. And then we will start the 15-second warm-ups before the match starts. NX not locking in the slide, just driving into a sign right there. Luckily, it's the warm-up. Once again, High Voltage by Switch. The current world record is a 1:01.370, which is, I don't know if that's the world record. I know a lot of these maps have been, I don't think this map has actually been needed to be updated. A couple of the other maps have needed to be updated due to cuts or accessibility, whatever. But this one, I don't believe so. This one's been strong from the start. Current world record 1:01.370 by ends. In terms of the Split team, Alzheimer Gaming's got the fastest time on our team, 1:02.216 PB. Pricey not too far behind, kind of sharing some consistency. Team Space Racing is ready now, so we are going to be getting into the 2 15-second warm-ups here, and then we'll be live. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing the same players, except Spec is going to trade out for Kato here on High Voltage. we're still going to be seeing NX, Alzheimer, and Pricey. From Space Racing side, Trix, Uber, Trumpy, Rap. And here we go. We will be getting into the first round on high voltage. Split coming off 7-1 dub on the last map. Hopefully confidence is high. Lines are flowing. Nadeo servers working. I believe that somebody just lagged out. So this round is probably going to be a reset, as Space Racing had a lag out right there. And now we are officially starting. After the warm-ups again, because we reset. We didn't just skip the round. Some of the players on Space Racing were pacing, but didn't seem like the consistency was there. Not as many people crossing the finish line as should be. Two seconds, 1 second, end of the second warm-up. Now, matches now officially starting again, officially now. Into the first round here. It's like somebody lagged behind and is just sitting, cars just sitting at the start. Not sure what's going on. Well, Team Split will be driving with 4 members. Space Racing do have the 3 towards the front of the pack at the moment. NX and Alzheimer trying to break up the pack a little bit. Pricey falling slightly behind, but not too far. NX inching into the lead over Uber here, as Team Split is passing the pack of Space Racing. If we can keep the slides going, keep the speed flowing, we will be scoring some points here. Uber and NX just neck and neck, absolutely almost doing the same lines. Uber going a little bit lower on the wall ride there, kind of inching ahead of NX into the finish here. NX looks like has crashed. So we will see 1, 2. Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. NX inched. I couldn't even see because they were inside. They were literally right on top of each other. NX and Kuuber were right inside of each other. That NX taking the dub there, and that will be a point for Team Split. I thought NX fell off or something, but they were literally driving the exact same. That was exciting. Alzheimer, Pricey trying to start the pack off. Uber getting into the lead again. Uber showing pace on this map already in the one round that we've seen. But Alzheimer getting some good slides here. Catching a little bit more speed, it looks like. Maybe not quite enough. Rap just hanging out at the start. I don't know. Seems to be going on over there with the DNF, I think. NX and Pricey trailing Alzheimer and Kuuber for positions 2, 3, 4. Kuuber just absolutely dominating the round though. Insane amounts of speed. Holding it pretty steady. Yeah, hasn't made a mistake in the first round, not in the second round. NX right there though. Getting second place. We should see a 2, 3, 4 from Team Split. 102.346 from Kuuber, which is better than almost all of Team Split's PBs. So that is pretty fast. Driving at a pace that not quite sure if Split can keep up with. If the consistency is there, that's going to be very fortunate for Space Racing, as long as, you know, the other players can make to the finish line. But I do believe they are. Oh no, they are full. They do have 4. I don't know if Crap was just lagged out at the start, AFK at the start or something. But Huber holding the start as well in this round. Trumpy trying to follow behind for Team Space Racing, but Alzheimer breaking up those two. NX in 4th place. Oh, I missed Cal's name tag. I didn't even see Cal's name tag in there. We do have a 1-2 Space Racing. Alzheimer being in 3rd place at the moment. NX hopefully coming up with Team Split to score some more points. Space almost looked like they were going a little wide. There's some different lines developing between the two teams here, but Space Racing going to be securing the dub here. Once again, avoiding the shutout, Space Racing. Now it is 1-2. Team Split in the lead. 1-0 on the match at the moment. Getting into the 4th round here. Space Racing, a couple people in the front. Alan Kaluber again performing. Pricey trying to break up the pack. Alzheimer Gaming as well following. But Space Racing seems to be having a bit of a footing on this map. Tricks losing a little bit of speed there, getting passed by Pricey and Alzheimer. But joined by teammate there, Alzheimer actually unfortunately making a slight mistake, losing a lot of speed. And Space Racing is racing away into space with this one. Pricey trying to say something about it, but isn't going to be enough. Just the one player point scoring. Rick's almost going a little too wide there, but off into space they go. For a point, it will be 2-2. Here on High Voltage. Into the 5th round. It is all tied up. Space Racing seems to have some decent starts. They get ahead, and then they are able to just hold the speed on this one. But NX having some good rounds here, just not consistently getting that speed going. But at the moment, the 3 split players are all grouped up pretty similarly at the moment. This is shaping up to be a pretty good round. Tricks and Kato duking it out. As we get up to the front here, we are seeing split 2-3-4 behind Kawuber from Space Racing. Going through the reactor section. Kawuber just kind of inching away in terms of distance, it looks like. Not just holding first, but absolutely dominating the first on these rounds lately. But Pricey, Alzheimer, NX, Kato also passing the finish line. 4 team members from Team Split passing the finish line, scoring another point. It is now 2-3, breaking the tie. We're getting to the next round. Alzheimer, hopefully that was just my camera and not Alzheimer's camera. Truly unfortunate bug that happens on round resets sometimes. Alzheimer kind of clipping right, not clipping, but not hitting the best landing, but fortunately keeping all the speed, no landing bug or anything like that. Kato pushing towards the front of the pack this round, hanging out with Alzheimer and Pricey from Team Split. Cal and Kawuber, though, have just been fast on this map. That's about all we can say. Kawuber definitely practiced, definitely feeling the groove. It looks like Pricey might have hit right there and will be out having the DNF. I believe we only see Kato, NX, and Alzheimer from Team Split at the moment driving, but not going to be enough to pass these 2 Space Racing players as we go into the final wall ride. Alzheimer falling off having DNF. NX and Kato crossing the finish line from Team Split, but not enough to secure a point. It will be tied up again, 3-3. into the 7th round. Fortunately, I don't think anyone's messed up the start right there running into that sign on this match. People making the first speed check here into the wall ride. Avoiding those signs. Woober just out in front once again. Pricey trying to race against Woober this time and doing a decent job. Alzheimer holding down 3rd place at the moment. I believe Pricey just hit the wall again. Ooh, Woober might have had something happen. Cal got DC'd again. I'm not sure if they're going to try to push for a reset or not on the round. I'm not sure. But Alzheimer pulling into 1st place. Woober making a mistake. Pricey hitting the wall. It looks like Pricey hit the wall at the same exact spot he hit the wall in the last round, unfortunately. Alzheimer followed by NX and Kato getting 3rd place. That should be a point. Team split. Once again, inching off of the tie. Team split, scoring the point. 4-3 now. Somebody clip the sign. Oops, somebody definitely hit the... Oh, wow. Wow. Not a very fortunate start for a lot of these players here. I saw somebody clip on the reset block. Somebody clipped on the speed check start there. But we are seeing a couple people making it. Woober, Cal from Space Racing versus NX. All we can really hope for is somebody on Space crashing and NX getting the dub. Otherwise, if we cross the finish line in any orientation right now, it will be a point for Space Racing. They might know that, and knowing that, they're just going to drive safe and just, you know, get to the finish line easy as possible into the final section here. NX trying to push with speed. Not enough to beat Woober. Inched up very, very close. Went so low on that wall ride. Kept a lot of speed, but that is going to be the end of that round there. Tied up once again, 4-4. Space Racing team split. Into the 9th round. Much better of a start from players this time. Alzheimer trying to inch out into the lead at the moment. Doing a good job. NX not too far behind. The double C's from Space Racing, Woober and Cal, consistently being towards the front of the pack. Cal just lagging out, and I think might have just lagged out again. Look, oh wait, no. At the start, oh, I'm sorry. I believe Alzheimer crashed. 1-2 for Team Space Racing at the moment. NX, and followed by Pricey coming in towards the finish line, and that should be another point for Space Racing. Cal with a very fast time. 102.233. Space Racing inching away with the lead this time. I believe we just had a DNF. 5-4. They're definitely making a good back and forth with the rounds here. Cal pushing the lead. Woober up there as well. Alzheimer and Kato and Pricey for team split. Trying to push the pack as well. But once again, not necessarily pace, but just getting to the finish line seems to be the name of the game here. And these very challenging full speed maps that they have. As we go around, about 15 seconds off from the finish, Alzheimer still trying to push the lead against Cal and Woober. but getting passed by Cal. Kluber kind of having a little bit more speed. We'll see how Alzheimer handles the finish. Cal crashed. I'm not sure what happened. Alzheimer Gaming taking the first place. Pricey and Cato, that should be a point for Team Split. Sometimes I can't tell sometimes when it's just lag. If it just looks like lag, or if it just looks like somebody is actually crashing. But Split is going to be taking the round. It will be another tie, 5-5. Once again, back and forth, tug of war on high voltage here by Switch. I believe we saw, I just seen a slight clip at the start. Uber just inching out ahead already though. NX, Pricey, Alzheimer right there. Kato also trailing behind, and Trix also in it for Team Space Racing. But at the moment, I believe it is only the two from Team Space Racing. Kato beating out Trix at the moment, possibly getting past here. If we go back to the front of the pack, we see Gruber still holding the lead. Pricey, Alzheimer right behind. It's not always about getting first place, but it's about scoring enough team points. It is a team match, and that is how Split seems to be playing it. That should secure one more point for Team Split going into map point and match point, as Split did take the victory on the first map. Winning this map would conclude the match. Tension's probably high for Team Split. I believe Team Space Racing had somebody clip too far on the left right there, crashing. Gruber just getting the lead on the start. Gonna be trying to hold it down there. I believe one person from Space Racing has DNF'd. I do see Trumpy and Trick still driving. NX losing a little bit of speed there, but not too bad. Still keeping in the race. Pricey falling slightly behind. Gruber just cruising through first place all day. But unfortunately, it has not proved to be quite enough. Only on some rounds they have been scoring enough points to take a point from Split. But here at this moment, depending on how the points end up, I believe this is another point for Split. Split wins the round. That is officially 7 points. And that will be a 2-0 victory from Split. GG. GG. If teams agree, we will be playing the last map and we will be watching it, but it will be for no marbles. FMS water slides. But that is a 2-0 victory for Team Split and their first victory as a team. Congratulations, Team Split Full Speed. On the debut weekend, unfortunately losing the first match. But coming back, getting a little breather, taking a break, you know, feeling a little bit more warmed up on the maps. Getting the victory over Space Racing. Unfortunately, Team Space Racing was having a little bit of internet issues, so that's unfortunate. But you can only do so much when the time comes. We had Alzheimer with the game crash, but it does look like these players do want to be playing in the third map here. But once again, GG, congratulations. That is a 1-1 for this weekend in the FullSpeed League. There are 3 rounds for the FullSpeed League group stages. So we watched round 1 and 2 today. And lost against Free Agent Team, won against Space Racing. There's going to be one more match, which will be next weekend though. Round 3. Split FullSpeed will be taking on Team Shifty. And that will conclude the group stages. And then from there, depending on how Split lands, that will we'll be getting a seed for the final bracket. Although Split has been put into Group 3, qualifying 10th place in the qualifiers and group stages, there is still chance that they can come back and push through the final bracket and get first place. Group 1, thank you, Cal. Group 1 gets an automatic bye on the first round of the playoffs, so groups 2 and 3 will be duking it out first round of the playoffs. So Split will more than likely be playing against a Group 2 team come playoffs next week. We are still waiting for people to return to get the consolation match going. And I believe we'll be live after the warm-up here. We are on water slides now by day. Author time 56.326, the shortest of the 3 maps. But still a challenging one nonetheless. There's a pretty common theme on these full speed maps. I don't know if this is just the nature of competitive full speed at the moment, or if this is something they specifically wanted. There's a lot of small gap transitions and places to clip. And as we were seeing, they are very challenging maps, and we are not seeing all the players get to the finish line. Once again, respawning is not allowed, and that's why we are not seeing some players get to the finish line. If you mess up, that's it. You're done. You have to DNF. And I believe we are now underway live into the consolation 3rd round. Team Space Racing versus Team Split. Cal and Kluber getting out to a good start. Alzheimer, Pricey, right behind. Pricey, my mistake, has actually just crashed into the wall. We had Cal have a slight mistake, but Gil coming in for Space Racing. Driving quite fast here. Alzheimer not quite able to get the inch above Gil. Coming into some of the final wall rides here. Alzheimer falling slightly behind Gil, probably not going to be able to get a pass, but there's a snipe into the finish line. Sometimes people miss, and Kluber actually making a mistake, having to DNF. Gil taking first, Alzheimer Gaming second. Trumpy and Tech Wolf, as it stands, that is a point for Team Space Racing. VOD will be up. Should be up. If not, I will figure out how to make sure VOD is up. Yes. We have our team ready to review the footage with Coach Yami, wanting to improve the split team, get ready for Shifty next week. You know, learn from some mistakes, learn some line adjustments, what we can do better. And I know this debut weekend, probably a lot of nerves going through a lot of the split players as well. First competition for some of the players, first competition together as a team. We can only ask for so much, you know? And hopefully we'll have more of the lineup available next week, and players can more focus on individual maps. That was another point for Team Space Racing. It was up 2-0 for split. And if I am correct, this map, water slides, will be rotated out. Or is that for next week or is that for playoffs? Let me see. Yeah, so next weekend for round 3, there's only going to be one match against Shifty once again. But that is going to be not water slides. There will be a new map in rotation. And now that that map got released yesterday, I don't remember what it's called though. It has been released and it will be played on. It'll be the first map to be played next weekend, and then Atomize and High Voltage will be in rotation still. Space Racing taking another point. They're actually pretty trained up on water slides. Unfortunately, I don't believe, I'm not sure if this gets recorded as, I don't know if this round counts for anything. If it gets recorded or not, considering Split won the first initial 2 matches. But Alzheimer pushing pace here against Team Space Racing, although they do have 2, 3, 4 in terms of placements at the moment. Alzheimer just cruising. Tech Wolf in 5th place at the moment. Coming around into the finish, we're going to take the sniper shot into the finish line. Alzheimer Gaming 56.586. Not quite author time, about 0.2 off of author time, but still fast nonetheless. Cal apparently still seems to be having internet issues. Lagging out, having to rejoin. At the moment, Cal making a mistake right there. Kawuber going to be now in 1st place for Team Space Racing. Trumpy not too far behind. Alzheimer trying to pass up Kawuber though. Hopefully trying to collect enough speed on the slides here. Does look like inching a little bit forward, but it is very back and forth. Kawuber kind of going slightly wider on some of the slides. And Alzheimer actually just pushing pace and running away with it at the moment into the finish. Alzheimer with a 56.5 again. Very consistent 56.5s back to back. Uber right there. Trumpy, Tech Wolf. Is that a draw? That was quick maths. But it is 4-0. Team Split not quite showing up on this map. And Team Space Racing definitely showing up on this map. But we have Alzheimer trying to push the lead. Fortunately, I'm not seeing a whole lot of people crash into that sign. That is one of the more deadly signs on the map. Pricey coming up behind. Oh, accidentally caster cursing into a crash. Alzheimer Gaming going to be in the lead for Team Split, but unfortunately up against 3 Team Space Racing racers. 4 actually. I didn't see Cal up at the front as well. Alzheimer in 2nd place though. Unfortunately, just Alzheimer crossing the finish line. It's not going to be enough to secure a point for Split. That is 5-0 for Space Racing. 6th round right now. Gill pushing out ahead of the pack. Followed by Alzheimer and Pricey. Trying to catch some big points for Team Split this round. Kawuber also towards the front. Cal catching a lot of speed. And definitely gaining on the pack here. And Trumpy slightly falling behind, but still keeping some good speed. Tech Wolf and Spec following behind Trumpy. Sounds like somebody's going to be passing. Maybe not quite. Spec trying to fight for the next position here. Pricey kind of falling behind. Not sure if that was a clip or a misslide. But Alzheimer's still trying to push. Gill, unrelenting speed, though, into the finish line. Cal, Alzheimer, Gill, Kawuber, Pricey. That will be another Team Space Racing point. 6-0 map point. As it stands, Team Space Racing kind of dominating on this map. It appears to be fortunate that the map order was such. Uber getting out into the lead. Cal as well. Trumpy kind of messing up a little bit there, it seems. Lost a lot of speed compared to the others. Pricey going a little bit too low on the transition there and hitting the wall, having a DNF. Tech Wolf this time trying to push up. But it looks like Gill just barely making the speed check, actually. A little wheelie there. Coming into the finish line, this is Gill crashing and Kawuber getting first place, followed by Trumpy and Tech Wolf. Tech Wolf actually getting the snipe. Or just passing up Trumpy a little bit there, and that will be GG 7-0. Space Racing beating Team Split on the map. However, it was a victory for Team Split prior to this map being played. GG all around. That is the conclusion of the match.